Electricity powers your life, your phone, your home, your hospital, your economy. But what if it all went dark? Right now, power grids worldwide are under attack, targeted by cyber criminals, state-sponsored hackers, and extremists. From blackouts to billions in damages, these cyber attacks aren't just threats, they're happening. The World Economic Forum warns that energy infrastructure is a top cyber target in 2025, and the US grid is bleeding vulnerabilities. This is the fault line that could send society back to the dark ages. Welcome to Tech Fault Line, where we expose the cracks threatening your world. On April 4th, 2024, the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, NERC, dropped a bombshell. U.S. power grids are growing more vulnerable, with 60 new weak points, software, and hardware flaws added daily. That's 23,000 to 24,000 susceptible points in 2023, up from 21,000 in 2022, per Reuters. The trigger? A perfect storm of geopolitical conflicts, like Russia's war in Ukraine and tensions in Gaza, is fueling a spike in cyber threats, NERC reported. In 2024, Checkpoint Research documented 1,162 cyber attacks on utilities, a 70% jump from the prior year, per KLRD. Most alarming, 61% of 2023's global cyber attacks came from Russian-backed groups targeting critical infrastructure, per Eurelectric. This isn't a drill. It's a wake-up call for a grid on the edge. This isn't new. On December 23, 2015, at Ukraine's Prikar-Oblenergo power plant, a worker watched helplessly as a computer cursor opened circuit breakers, plunging 230,000 people into darkness for 6 hours. The culprit? Russian-backed hackers using BlackEnergy malware, confirmed by US and Ukrainian authorities, per the World Economic Forum. The attack, launched via phishing emails, targeted SCADA systems, disabling grid controls, per Trend Micro. A second attack in 2016, proving Russia's playbook: infiltrate, disrupt, destabilize. This was the dawn of cyber warfare, said cybersecurity expert Dave Masland to NL Times. The U.S. grid, with its 7,300 power plants and 55,000 substations, faces the same playbook today. The threat is global. Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea can disrupt U.S. grids, per a 2021 Senate report. China's RedEcho group targeted 10 Indian power organizations in 2020 to 2021, compromising load dispatch centers, per IronNet. In April 2022, Chinese hackers hit 7 Indian grid operators, aiming to preposition for future attacks, per IronNet. Russia's Triton malware, linked to a 2017 petrochemical attack, can destroy safety systems, per IronNet. Even nuclear plants aren't safe. Known AIM 057-16 launched DDoS attacks on French and Belgian nuclear sites in March and April 2025, though operational systems were unscathed, per Resecurity. The World Economic Forum's 2025 Outlook warns power grids are highly attractive targets for state actors, especially as geopolitical tensions, like US-China trade wars, escalate. This is cyber warfare, and grids are the battlefield. You're not just a bystander, you're a target. A cyber attack on the US grid could cost $1 trillion, 8 times Fukushima's cleanup, per Lloyd's and Cambridge's 2015 study, leaving 93 million without power. A 6-hour blackout in France could cost $1.7 billion, per the World Economic Forum. Your daily life, lights, water, internet, hospitals, would grind to a halt. In 2023, utilities faced $17.2 million per company in cyber losses, second only to finance, per the WEF. For consumers, this means higher bills as utilities pass on costs. J.D. Power noted a 4% rise in U.S. utility rates in 2024, partly due to cybersecurity investments. If grids fail, your wallet and safety are on the line. Why are grids so vulnerable? Digitization. Smart grids, with IoT devices and smart meters, boost efficiency but expand attack surfaces. Smart meters are notoriously easy to hack, per Darktrace, offering gateways to control systems. Legacy equipment, running decades-old software, can't handle modern security, per PMC. The U.S. grid's 55,000 substations, often rural and unprotected, are soft targets, per Tripwire. NERC's 2023 data showed 2,800 physical attacks, gunfire, vandalism, up 1,000 from 2022, with 3% causing outages, per Reuters. The DOE's 2023 reports logged 175 physical attacks per KLRD. Cybersecurity standards set by FERC lack full risk assessments per the GAO, leaving gaps for hackers to exploit. This is a ticking time bomb. Can we fight back? The U.S. is trying. The 2021 Bipartisan Infrastructure Law allocated $27 billion to modernize grids and boost cyber resilience, per KLRD. The DOE's 2024 guidelines, with NERC, aim to secure distribution systems, per Resecurity. NERC's GridX exercises simulate attacks, and programs like Spare Connect share equipment, per KLRD. But it's not enough. DOE and FERC's strategies lack complete risk assessments, per the GAO and Tripwire. Smaller utilities with tighter budgets lag, per the IEA. Hiring cybersecurity experts is tough. U.S. utilities' cyber job postings haven't grown since 2010, unlike finance, per the IEA. Meanwhile, 54% of large organizations cite third-party supply chain risks as a top concern, per the WEF's 2025 outlook. The grid's defenses are patchwork, and hackers are relentless. The danger isn't just foreign. Domestic extremists are targeting grids. In February 2023, 2 neo-Nazis were charged with plotting to attack Baltimore's grid, aiming to disrupt power for 700,000 people, per Politico. Utilities reported 60 physical and cyber incidents in Q1 2023 alone, double the prior year, per Politico. Online extremist forums share maps of grid weak points, per NERC. The 2020 SolarWinds attack exposed 25% of U.S. utilities to malware, with impacts still unclear, per Utility Dive. The FBI warned in 2024 of hackers exploiting obsolete routers, per X-Posts. From Russian malware to homegrown radicals, the grid faces a multi-front war, and no one's fully prepared. Cyber attacks on power grids aren't a distant threat. They're here, and they're growing. From Ukraine's blackouts to America's 1,162 utility attacks in 2024, the fault line is trembling. If a major attack hits, $1 trillion in damages and months of chaos could follow. Tech investment inflows dropped 18% in Q4 2024, per Morningstar, signaling market jitters. If grids go down, economies could crash, and your life could change overnight. That's the fault line we're standing on, and it's cracking fast. If this shook you, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, are you prepared for a blackout? We're back tomorrow with the next tech crisis.